Good afternoon, everybody. How many of you ride motorcycles? Everybody? I'll count everybody. So there are some things that I would like to share with you. They are not experience. They are something that I've seen. They are something that I've experienced over the time. But whenever I try to recall, I feel like there are stories. Some good, some bad. Multiple kinds of roads I've seen, multiple kinds of bikes I've ridden. So it is a combination of everything. But for that, the biggest point is social media as of now. So I myself am a social media influencer. I make content on social media and I share my journey on social media. So I think that is the right point to start with. Social media has created a very big impact on us. As soon as we wake up, we took out our phone and we scroll all our social media. So imagine, you're scrolling your social media, you see a video where a rider is leading through a sharp turn, he's taking a full-on lean, his knees out, the camera angle is perfect, the engine is roaring, it looks amazing. And people are commenting, they are admiring this video, they are admiring the shots, they are saying, oh wow, how talented you are. You're so skillful. You see another video. There is a guy who's pulling out wheelies on busy public roads. You see them, you say, oh wow, how talented you are. Thousands and thousands of likes, comments, shares. But let's pause for a second. What are we glorifying here? Are we glorifying the right aspect of riding? That is why I am here to take you guys on another journey, another ride. Today we are going to talk about how to be the right and safe rider for you, for yourself and for others also. Social media has created a lots and lots of platforms, a lots and lots of doors have opened because of that. It's a two-edged sword. One in which social media helps us to connect with other riders, to connect with other people, to connect with more and more motorcycles. It educates. You get influencers like us who teaches you the right way of riding. But on the other hand, it also creates a nuisance. It also encourages the rash riding. It also encourages in the way that people don't understand what safety and what motorcycle means. Now, most of them think motorcycle is a symbol of your own personality. If you own a 1000cc motorcycle, then you are a good rider. If you own a 200cc motorcycle, then no, you don't know how to ride. You can't ride. So this is the basic perception that we have, and it's all because of that social media. Now, let me tell you. Everything related to motorcycle, everything related to CCs, everything related to a rider's skill depends on how safe you feel on roads and how safe others are because of you. This is the main point of being a good rider. Unfortunately, social media doesn't support good content. That is why you don't see lots and lots of my videos. I know there are lots of people who haven't seen my page, who haven't seen lots and lots of good creators page. Whenever you open an Instagram, whenever you open any platform, you will see people riding rationally on roads, wheelies, stunts and lots of things, endangering their life as well as others. So let me give you a number. If there is one single mishap on road happens, that ruins at least 7 people's life. Imagine just because of you, just because of your rash riding, somebody else lost his life. Somebody else's family is suffering. Your family is suffering. You are badly injured. Where does that take? Apart from this, there is one more part. If you see a person who's riding on highways, who's riding on open roads, on full speed, you know there will be a guy who will say, यार ये तो मैं भी कर सकता हूँ, मुझे भी आता है. This is a part where people don't see the experience behind that rider who's making videos on open roads, the years of experience, patience, control, everything. But for a person like me who's just beginner, who's just scrolling his Instagram, who's just scrolling his social media, he sees the video and he'll think, oh wow, if he can do it, I can do it too. He owns a motorcycle, I own a motorcycle. This is how we don't define our range. The biggest problem as of now in social media. The only thing that I recommend everybody, whenever I myself have gone into multiple accidents, I also have been into multiple crashes, and I'm very blunt about it. I post each and every crash, each and every accident that happened with me on my social media, so that people can understand. Doesn't matter how experienced you are, doesn't matter how well you do, doesn't matter what motorcycle you ride, this can happen with anyone. This can happen with everyone. This is the part which social media tries to hide. You see a beautiful shot, you see a beautiful video, you see a beautiful motorcycle on a very perfect frame. But behind that, there are lots and lots of close calls, there are lots and lots of crashes, there are lots and lots of slips that you don't see. And many people don't try to keep it on their social media. Because that persona of being so cool, that fades away. That brings me to the second part of riding, that is riding gears. I don't know how many of you use riding gears while riding. How many of you have riding gloves at least? 2, 3? 3 people? Apart from hundreds, I can see just 3 hands. You know what's the first thing that will connect with the ground when you crash? The first point of contact of your body are your hands. Or just imagine अगर आप गिरते हो, you fall. हाथ छोड़ा, हाथ नीचे, you lost this. I would like to show you a video. I've specially got it for you guys because I'm young, I think. You guys are young, so you'll connect with it. I need that video to be played. See how cool this guy looks now.
At this very moment, the rider is protected, but it only takes 0.03 seconds for the sneaker to burst, 0.6 seconds for the jeans to disintegrate. Then, like a human crayon, his flesh is shredded by the core section.
You see this video. This can happen anywhere. Anywhere, and if anybody who thinks he's a very good rider, he's a very skilled rider, trust me, I have over 10 years of experience of riding. People have over 20, 30 years of experience of riding. But this can happen with anyone. Now, the typical mentality that we have for riding gears is, whenever you see anyone wearing riding gear, this is my personal experience also. Whenever I go out in cities with my riding gears, wearing full riding jacket, riding pant, a good helmet, gloves, people look at me, they give me a stare, they start talking to each other, and there is one inevitable answer, question. Are you going on a world ride? This is the most basic question they ask. भाई, दुनिया घूमने जा रहा है क्या? Imagine this is the perception that we have for riding gears. Are you riding to look cool, or you're riding for your safety, for your family? The best way of riding, the best way of enjoying your ride is to reach home safe. That is one of the biggest thing that you should remember. Apart from this, there is one more ideology that we have for riders. Whenever you see somebody wearing full riding gears, either he is full-on professional racer, or he will be an adventurer, or he just wants to look cool. That's the only reason he's wearing riding gears. So that typical mentality also brings a very, very, very narrow stereotype ideology for new beginners. Now I've just seen 3 hands raising up when I said who wear gloves. Imagine, apart from this, how many will be wearing riding gears, riding jacket, riding pants, riding shoes, a good shoes at least. I've shown you a proper sneakers. This is what we wear for our college. Everyday rides. And this is what happens if anything goes wrong. Riding gears are very important. And I know people don't like safety. They want to look good, they want to look cool. But this is the ideology that we have gotten from multiple places. We see our family, we see our friends, we see our movie actors wearing almost a half-face helmet or almost nothing in terms of that. And that is how we built that mentality over time. Riding gears are something that I always promote. I wear myself, and because of such good enthusiasm that we see right now in India, there are multiple brands who are making good riding gears at very affordable price and in a very decent stylish range. So this is my personal recommendation apart from the video. Go and buy riding gears. If not, then go and buy shoes or buy riding gloves. Now that also connects with me for the third part. That is our regular day-to-day riding. The most basic part of our riding. मैं तो दूध लेने जा रहा हूँ, मुझे हेलमेट पहनने की क्या जरूरत? I'm just going out to buy groceries. Why do I need a helmet? I'm just riding at 40 kilometers an hour. Why would I wear a jeans? Why would I wear a shoe? मैं तो sleepers में जाऊँगा. This is not your fault, but this is something that we casually ignore. We don't care about that. Just imagine, not just imagine, let me give you statistics. 70% of the accident that happens on the roads that you already know, where you travel regularly. This is the number. Now you imagine how safe you are. Basic riding, everyday riding keeps you connected. We lose our focus where we feel much more comfortable. Where we are open, we know. I know this road, मुझे पता है कहाँ जाना है. I don't know, I don't need Google Map, I don't need anything. That is where we lose our focus. That is where we ignore everything. Now just imagine this. I know I'm referring this video a lot because I think I should have gotten more videos, but this one video shows everything. And riding safety, because India is one of the largest manufacturers, one of the largest consumers for two-wheelers, and we have one of the youngest population as of now, we should be careful with this. This is one of the most important. Now, for the conclusion, there are three parts that I've talked about. First, when I talked about the social media. Social media is something that, we can focus, we can figure out, we can filter out what, unfortunately, we cannot filter out exactly what we are seeing because algorithms, they don't support everything. But you need to understand what will you take out of it. Either good parts, bad parts, it's on you. Second, riding gears. If you don't know about that, learn about it. If you don't want to see yourself in all these situations, please look into riding gears. And third, whenever you talk about regular riding, regular safety, basics are always important. That's the only part where I feel people should never ignore. I get lots and lots of comments. One of my followers, he sent me a story. He was riding just for like 20 kilometers. He wanted something to get a parcel. Unfortunately, his tire slipped because of some gravel. He lost his hand. He lost his leg. Now just imagine, at speed of 40, there is a truck behind. What will you do? So these are the things which makes riders like us make more awareness about these things. Make more awareness about riding gears. Make more awareness about how you ride. And apart from that, motorcycles are something that will make you feel much more cooler, which will make you much more feel free, but with responsibility. You have to reach home back safe, and I would love to see you guys on roads with safety, with rides. So that's my time. That's all.